Hello and welcome. In this video, I'll be sharing with you all my sales from the various platforms that I resell on for the week of June 22nd to June 28th. For those of you that are regular viewers of the channel, the reason it is not for the entire last bit of June is because when you are seeing this video, I am on vacation. So I will not be producing a video until July 7th. So this is your warning that you're going to be missing June 3rd and 5th because I will be somewhere where there is no internet. And so hopefully there'll be lots of content for you when I come back. But in order for me to be able to share with you some sales and to have a video for while I am gone on vacation, I am just going to share with you a week. Don't worry, June 29th and June 30th will be included in the next What Sold video. So we're gonna scoot over here and we're gonna do Poshmark. And I sold this pair of BDG jeans for my full asking price of $20 on Poshmark. BDG, I've actually had pretty great luck with for their full length pants. I do have one pair of shorts that was quite the interesting thing to sell, and I will link that up above if you're interested to know why. But yeah, I'm really glad that these sold. Super happy that they're gone, and it was pretty quick. It was like less than 2 months for these to sell. And I do believe these were from a ThredUp box that I just never got around to listing. And I sold a tie on Poshmark. I know, I am also surprised. This is a Ralph Marlin, so it's a vintage tie from the 90s. Ralph Marlin is one of the vintage brands that I look out for when it comes to tie. Again, I don't recommend you pay more than $2 for a tie if you are wanting to resell them. There are a couple of brands I will pay like up to $5 for, but that's because they have a much better sell price. But this sold for $10 on Poshmark. I paid $2 for this, so then that means after Poshmark fees I made $5. And I've mentioned every time I've done a What Sold and I sold a tie, I love ties because they're small, they don't take up that much space because they're small, you can't break them, and they're super lightweight and easy to ship. So very happy about that. I'm then going to scoot over here because we are going to go over to eBay. I only have Poshmark and eBay to share with you because, as I mentioned in my last What Sold video, I am feeling summer slowdown hard. Like hard. Sales have been struggly. So I do have a few good sales, or at least okay sales to sell on or share with you from eBay. First one being this pair of Sam Edelman sandals. I picked these up at an estate sale. Paid very little for them, like less than $4 for these. And they sold for $25.90, and the buyer of course paid for shipping. They were brand new, so they still had the original Marshalls tag on them, so happy they went on to a new home. The next item is a pair of Under Armour shorts. They sold for $17.87, so my full asking price. They were a size 40. These were a pair of shorts I picked up at the DAV for $4. Somebody donated a bunch of size 40 stuff. Some of it was the cool stuff that has already sold. I made so much money off of this dude's donation, so hopefully he just donated a bunch of stuff because he lost weight and not because he died. And that was a morbid thing I didn't need to talk about. But I sold these shorts! Yay! And it only took like about a month to sell those. So this next item I actually got for free. My partner's landlord owns several properties and he was clearing out a house and he had a bunch of dishes. These came, I believe, from the hoarder house that I actually got to go into and pick from, and he had like a bunch of stuff in one of his storage areas and he just decided I actually don't want to deal with this. So I got it for free. This is an Italian hand-painted picture. It sold for $15 and the buyer paid for shipping. This is free to me, so it's all profit, and really happy that this did not get thrown in the skip. This next item was something that I wore in like a video or two. Unfortunately, I have put on the pandemic weight, and so this did not fit comfortably here in the arm area. I am very broad-shouldered, so while this was beautiful and very comfortable, if it didn't cut into my pit meats, as I mentioned before, that is something I have a problem with with a lot of shirts. So I ended up just listing this and selling it. This was actually vintage Cherokee. If you do not know, Cherokee is sold at Walmart. So you can make money off of vintage Walmart stuff and vintage Target stuff. If it is 90s and Y2K, the teens are hungry for that. So this sold for my full asking price of $17.87, and the buyer paid padded flat rate for shipping. So very cool. This next piece is something I picked up at the bins. Yes, I sold a wool sweater in the middle of June, at the end of June actually. So this is 100% merino wool. This was one size fits most, because one size does not fit all. And it was very boxy. It was actually too oversized even for me. But somebody bought this for $15.90 and the buyer paid for shipping. Again, I picked this up at the bin, so I paid less than $1 for this. So I'm very happy about this sale, and that it sold within like 2 weeks of me listing it. So this is a bundle sale. So this is Puffles. Puffles, thank you again for purchasing from me. Donna, you are a lovely person, and thank you. I have two lovely Donnas in my life. I have my friend Donna, who is my best friend's wife, and also just my friend. Not just my friend. She's also my friend, and she is the mother to my goddaughter. But I now have another Donna, which I'm thankful for. And she bought both this Luca Pixar new, this is like a new thing. This is a promotional item I guess they gave out for the movie Luca. Then Disney just decided to release it on Disney Plus, and I don't think it actually had a theatrical release, so it didn't do anything. I found this at the bins. I paid 50 cents for this, and she also purchased this copy of Harper Lee from me, which is something I bought for myself. I paid $3 for this at a thrift store, but I didn't realize I had it already. This is a first edition Harper Lee Go Set a Watchman, and I actually had bought a box set with To Kill a Mockingbird and Go Set a Watchman. So when Go Set a Watchman came out, they did a box set with similar art styles with To Kill a Mockingbird and this book. And I did not realize I had bought that, because I actually have not read either of those books. I bought them and I haven't read them, so I definitely need to remedy that. But she bought both of these. She also follows my book channel as well. If you would like to do that, I will link that up above. But she said she has been enjoying reading again thanks to that. So Puffles, thank you very much for watching all my videos. I'm so glad you're reading again, and I hope you like both of these. And thank you very much for purchasing for me and supporting me, because this was a really nice sale. This next item is 100% linen. I will pick up linen pieces. 100% linen pieces, regardless of the brand. Allen Flusser is not a great brand to pick up, but I personally like to pick up 100% linen pieces even if the brand is not great, because I'm still, if I can get them for cheap, I still have success of doubling my money with them. So this was like a rainbow plaid print, so it had all the primary colors, and this sold for $9, and the buyer paid for shipping, and I believe I paid $4 for this shirt. So I doubled my money, and I saved a piece from going to landfill, and I love linen, so awesome. This is actually a recent pickup. If you're not following me on Instagram, I would recommend doing so, because I don't film every thrift trip, but I do post most of some of my really cool finds that I find from thrift trips. I don't necessarily film on my Instagram. But I found this vintage sweater. This is actually Shetland wool and Angora mix. Very cottagecore. I love cottagecore Susan Bristol. It always sells super fast. And this sold within like 2 weeks of me posting it. So again, a second wool piece I sold in June. Sold this for $25 and the buyer paid $6 for shipping. I paid $5 for this at Goodwill. So very excited. Like I said, I have so much backlog to list that it doesn't matter what season it is. If I can get around to listing it, it's getting listed. I don't care. So this moved very quickly for me when I listed it. And this actually went global shipping program as well, which was surprising. This next item I knew it would sell quickly. I did price it pretty competitively. This is Mr. T's autobiography, A Pity to Fool. You don't know who Mr. T is? I highly doubt that based on the demographics of my channel, but I found this at a thrift store for $3. It was in excellent shape. It did sell for my full asking price of $14.87, and the buyer paid $4 for shipping. This sold within 48 hours of me listing it, so I made an easy 10 bucks from this book in a couple of days. So really happy about this. So if you see this at a thrift store and it's in good shape, you may want to pick it up. This was the hardcover edition, by the way. And then the last thing I have to share with y'all for sales is also another viewer sale. So Elizaveta, thank you very much for purchasing this from me. She bought this new Nordstrom men's sweater. Third wool piece I sold in June. This is a 100% Italian merino wool. This is still new with tags. I paid, I think, $4.50 for this at a thrift store. So Elizaveta, thank you very much for purchasing this from me. Thank you very much for supporting me. Thank you for all of your lovely messages. They mean a lot to me. I hope you like this, and then the bonus I put in there with it. And I really appreciate you all trying to help me through this summer slowdown. Puffles and Elizaveta, thank you very much. I had a couple of viewer sales last time too. So, you know, I know having a YouTube channel is not necessary to be a good reseller, because the amount of time I'm spending making these videos, I could be listing or sourcing or doing something else reselling related. But it is a benefit because it is entertainment for all of us when we need something to listen to while we're listing or working. Plus, you know, I hope it's a little bit educational as well, and I think the trade-off is that you guys do support me. So thank you very much again, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, I will not be posting another video until the 7th. I'm sure you all will survive. I know you all will survive. I didn't mean for that to sound sarcastic. It's just that I need a break. I know that I am no longer working a regular 9 to 5, and I love doing this, but feeling summer slowdown for the first time is very stressful. I have timed this mini vacation with the 4th of July to where I'm leaving on Friday, which is the day this video comes out, and coming back on Tuesday, so I don't have to put any of my stores in vacation mode, which is great. So I'm taking a responsible break from the internet, because where we are going, it's a family vacation, and where we're going, there is very little internet. You might see a couple of things, but I have to be at the cabin, which I'm only going to be at night, in order to have any internet connection. So I will see you guys when I come back, hopefully less pasty and much more relaxed, and very excited to get some work done. So I will see you then, and I hope you guys have a lovely weekend, and I will see you when I get back. Bye!